My name is Chase Jenkins. I'm the manager of Store 6 in Troy, Alabama. On my average day, I'm in charge of all operations for my location. I take care of my customers, my people, all my employees, make sure everything's running fluently and the way it's supposed to be. We built up such a relationship with all the employees, but we take care of our customers, and we do the right thing always. Customer service goes a long way. That slogan obviously holds true, and it holds heavy on all of our hearts. And it's not just a job. It's a way of life, and we try to live our life, at work and at home to that standard. And we just, we try to please Jim. We want to make him happy. We want him to be proud of us, and that's really what does it for us, I believe. It's just we want him to be proud of us, and we do everything we can to make that happen. We've got, industry-leading technology from the ground up. Every piece of machinery we have is the best it can be. Our training is next to none. We really strive on being the best, not only in our market but in the industry in general. We try to always be on top of new technologies, implementing that in our stores and in our process and our procedures, and just do all we can to have the best customer service there is. We're changing the game by implementing new process and procedures. We have the best technology, the best equipment that you can possibly have. We try to provide the best customer service and the best customer experience every time you walk in that door. We're always looking for the next new thing to make our operations better, and for us to better serve the community and better serve Jim Whaley Tires customers. Just taking care of your customers, taking care of your employees, building family relationships, but just building friendships with employees and with customers. Always trying to do the right thing, and always trying to be the best you can be, and bring that out in your employees and everyone around you. I started with Jim Whaley Tires at a very young age. Started working in the warehouse in the summers, and then after school I started working full-time as a third man, and really figured out that I kind of had a knack for it, and I developed a passion for it, and I really enjoyed the workspace and everybody that was involved in that. And I worked my way up as a assistant manager when I was 20 years old. I had a lot of people around me that really pushed me to be better, and they saw more in me that I did at the time, and they worked on me, and I'm very appreciative of that, obviously. And I worked at Store 2 for quite a while as assistant manager. I had a lot of good friends, a lot of good customers there. When it was time for me to become a manager, I moved to the Troy location. Jim came to me one day and told me, "Look, you're either going to make it or you're not, and if you don't, I'm going to be the one to tell you." He said, "But you've got all the talent that I'm looking for and everything I could ask for. You just got to put yourself to it." And he's always done extremely well with finding talent at an early age, and not looking past certain people that the other people have already counted out, and developing those people into assistant managers. That's truly the success story of Jim Whaley Tires in my eyes, is him being able to realize that talent and mold them into not just what he needs in the company, but mold those people into successful, people in the community, and just be great, God-fearing family men. To be successful at Jim Whaley Tires, you have to have a strong work ethic. You have to be a very determined person. You need to strive for more every single day when you wake up. You want to be the best that you can possibly be. And that's not something that's just given to you. You earn that, and you learn that over time. Certain things you need to change within yourself, but once you figure it out, all the tools are on the table, and you can go as high as you want in the company. All the way down from, you start out as a tire tech when you're young. You have the opportunity to be ahead of the company one day, and that's obviously, we've seen that in this company. All the tools are there. You just gotta take them and run with them and be the best person you can be. And as long as you do the right thing always, you won't have an issue with that. I love working with my team because we're all family. We all genuinely care about each other. We have each other's backs. We're, always one phone call away. And that's, not just on a work aspect, but a family aspect as well. I know everyone that sits here at this table with me, I can call them, and if my family needed something, they'd be there. They'd pick them up. They'd do whatever it takes, make sure they're okay and they're safe. It's really a passion. We love it just as much as Mr. Jim does. We build it together, and we've always had a close friendship with any of our employees. We're with them all the time. We spend the majority of our time with our crews and with our stores, and we do things inside and outside of work together. The best thing about Jim Whaley Tires to me, it's just the culture, to drive people and to make them better, and the competition between each other, the camaraderie. Obviously, we all know each other's family. We know each other's kids. We know what church each other goes to. We talk about life and work, obviously, and anything we need help with, we contact each other. I mean, we are a friend group. We are a management group. We are a family, and that's the best thing about Jim Whaley Tires to me, is that from the bottom all the way to the top, Mr. Jim, we have each other's back, and we love each other. A lot of guys out there just getting out of high school or college, they're trying to figure things out. They're trying to, figure out a way to provide for their family or to build a career, and they really just don't know exactly what they want to do. I was in that same place, and Mr. Jim came to me and offered me an opportunity to build a career with him, and it was the best thing I ever did for my family and for my life in general. It's really, a good career for anybody that's trying to figure out what they want to do. As long as you have, core values, and you just generally care about people, and you have any sort of customer service, we can train the rest. Whenever they're building the building, one of the in the concrete back there, I was sitting there when Mr. Russell put a quarter down into the concrete. It's still there to this day, and I think about that instance all the time. I don't know. It's always been a family. It's always been everything to us. I mean, there's nothing else that's more important to us than Jim Whaley Tires, and everything, man. Oh, sorry. My entire life has been focused around Jim Whaley Tires in one way or another, all the way back to my granddad. How it all started, my granddad was Mr. Jim's football coach when he was about 12 years old. So my granddad was a very, very stern man, and you know, he was an excellent coach, an excellent leader. You know, whenever Mr. Jim opened his own store, my father was running a Big Ten Tires beside the one that's beside Outback now, and he knew him, you know, all along from Big Ten days and everything else. He brought him along, and he saw him as an asset. He gave him an opportunity, and you know, my father ran with it, and he's done excellent, obviously. And I had big shoes to fill trying to overcome that, and I never will. The way he takes care of his customers is next to none. There's really nobody out there that can do what he does on a daily basis. But you know, there's three people. There's three men in my life that I look up to, and that's obviously my dad, my granddad, and Mr. Jim. Those three men molded me. They molded me, and every one of them molded me in a different way, a different shape, and I learned different things from all of them. But at the end of the day, I'm not the same person I am right now without them. And you know, obviously you can see I'm very passionate about it. I'm very thankful and very humble for that.